Have you ever stepped on something like an InBody scale and been absolutely furious with the results? You are not alone. In fact, I've actually had this conversation with several different people over the course of the past week. It is a conversation that makes me a little bit spicy, so I am going to try to omit the spice and share with you some facts, because here's the thing. These type of scales can be wildly inaccurate and they're fairly easily manipulated. Scales like the InBody use what is called a bioelectrical impedance analysis system to estimate your body composition, which I understand sounds pretty fancy, but what it actually means is that it sends a tiny electrical current through your body. And what will make an electrical current travel faster? Water. Now, what that means is if you are dehydrated, the scale is likely going to read you at a higher body fat percentage. And this is because dehydrated tissue resists the current differently than hydrated tissue. There are, of course, professionals in the industry who study these trends and this type of data collection, and they estimate that hydration can skew results anywhere from 5 to 25%. 25%, you guys. That is a massive margin for error. Now at home, I have a bathroom scale that uses the same kind of technology. So just for funsies, I stood on it at 3 different times throughout the course of one single day. And I created a little chart to show the results as a visual aid. If it helps anybody, I'm going to share it here as well. So if we're looking at the graph, the tallest bar, the red bar, that is going to be my fat measurement. So that is my measurement first thing in the morning before I've had any food or water, and it reads me at about 19% body fat. 19.4, I think, was the exact number there. The second, the bar in the middle, I took in the middle of the day. So that's after 2 of my meals and about 6 liters of water. Now that one reads me at 17% body fat. Lastly, the shortest bar was my measurement right before bed. So at that point in time, all of my meals are in. I've drank about 9 liters of water, if not a little bit more, and the scale shows me at 15% body fat. So did I actually lose over 4% body fat throughout the course of one single day? Absolutely not. I just drank a whole lot of water. Okay. Now, with all of that being said, I do think that these type of scales can be used as a rough guide to track trends. I am a firm believer that all data is valuable data when the conditions are similar. So even though these scales are never going to be 100% accurate, it is at least going to be consistent when you are measuring under the same conditions. For example, taking your measurements fasted first thing in the morning are going to be more consistent than if you're taking it in the afternoon or in the evening. The key is that you want to track the trend under the same conditions. This way, it's easier to anticipate and spot real progress, like gradual fat loss or gradual muscle gain, and hopefully not get too fixated on the daily fluctuations, because that's going to happen. Just like the scale weight, it's going to fluctuate a little bit day to day. So it is beneficial to focus on the patterns, and just like the weight, the numbers will read a little bit differently. It is going to be influenced by what you did the day prior, your training, where you're at in your menstrual cycle, your meal timing. All of those things are going to have an impact, but when you're tracking information over time, it can show a bigger picture of the way things are trending. At any rate, keep chasing your goals, and please, for the love of God, don't let the numbers on one of these scales or any scale define you or your progress. Until next time.